Of the Town of Bremen Planning Commission. Members have in front of them minutes from the last meeting from January 22nd. Are there any corrections or amendments? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as written.
I'll move the approved minutes as read.
I have a motion from Ms. Hassel
Seconded.
and a second. All in favor of approving the minutes, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. All right, order of business before us is petition 03-2026, the Whitlock petition for subdivision from the United Church Benevolent Society. Who is representing the group?
Yes.
Right.
Randy Shepherd, president of the board.
All right, you want to
Steve.
tell us what your plan is?
What we are looking at is 5 lots, which would be on the west side of the Whitlock property, that would be going down Marshall Street. And what our future plan is this would be phase 1. We've also got 7 acres then that lays south of the Whitlock, west of the Lutheran school and church that we'd like to eventually, so we look at this as phase 1. But what we're looking at is 5 55 plus senior living independent units built on slab, handicap accessible. That's kind of what we've got in mind.
Okay. Have any questions from the board?
As part of this first phase, would you be starting at the corner of the property there and then as you sell lots, then extend Marshall out to
Right. And we would
access the final?
look at Marshall, yeah, continuing south eventually to
Okay.
the corner of the property there, or what is probably going to be proposed Stock Street that you guys are looking at beginning. So
Correct.
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Okay. Tony or Tara, are you aware of any issues from the town departments, utilities, or fire, or anybody?
Not that I have heard.
Nothing you've heard?
Did Keith have his report on here? Maybe not.
I didn't.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. No.
Okay, so essentially, I have to admit, I haven't checked the lot sizes, but I believe they're, do you know off the top of your head?
80 by 100.
Well, but do they meet the standard? Keith didn't have any issue with those?
Not that we
I think
would-
if I remember when Trent was there, he said it had to be minimum of 8,000 square foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what I thought.
So yeah,
So-
unless it's changed since then, but.
Well, it depends on which classification
Right.
you're in.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, it's a residential neighborhood, the use doesn't seem to be problematic, it seems consistent. As long as the lot sizes check out, I think it's fine.
I have one question. Does anybody here know what the setbacks are from the property lines?
I'm gonna say your name and address.
Yeah, we need your name and address for the record.
Oh, he's with.
Oh, yeah, with,
Whitlock.
you know,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
sorry,
yeah.
go ahead, okay.
Steve Wargo with the Whitlock.
Okay. I don't have it in front of me.
Give me
building.
1 second and I'll get the zoning ordinance up. Does everybody have it up on their device?
No.
I don't, but I have it in my
not.
office.
No,
real
no,
quick.
I have the zoning ordinance.
Okay.
I'm asking, does anybody have it up? Can tell me what the current zoning of it is? Nobody? If you don't, I'll pull it up, so I'll probably be
Rest
faster.
of the
than-
zoning, MF.
Yep,
Multifamily.
yep, multifamily is what current zoning is.
I mean, we can divide it, but I don't see on your application that you were asking for a change in the zoning though either. I would have to check and see. Actually, I
Yeah.
think you're allowed to do single-family homing on that, or single-family homes on that.
Oh, but wouldn't you have to divide it first and then change the zoning?
You could do it in one swoop.
Oh, okay.
But let's see if the multifamily, it does call for 8,000 square feet, so the lot area is right.
Okay.
Maximum density is 18 dwelling units. What we're really looking for, actually permitted uses are single-family dwellings, so you don't need to change.
Okay,
zoning.
okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Good.
mean to excite anybody there. So yeah, it looks like it checks out literally all the boxes, and I would say, in terms of uses, single-family dwellings are a permitted use, meaning they don't even need permission to do that. So,
Okay, good.
yeah.
All right. Any further comments from the board?
Oh, I'm sorry, setbacks was the
Yeah, oh,
question.
I'm sorry, setbacks.
Minimum front yard setback, 25 feet, minimum rear yard setback, 20 feet, side yard setback, 10 feet.
Okay.
So you'd have 30-foot of building space, okay. Okay.
Any other comments or questions? All right, I'll open it up for the public. Anybody here?
Yeah, you want me to come
Yes,
forward?
state your name and address for the record.
Yes, I'm Kara Bunton, and I'm at 424 West Grant Street, and we bought Charlie Sellers' home there on the corner. So we do have kind of some questions, so I didn't want to come here like, no, I'm opposing all this. So our concern is like our yard, and Charlie, you'll probably maybe be able to help. So say this is like, I'm gonna use an example because I need a visual. So this is like our fire pit, and we have our back porch here. So when we come out, we have a fire pit. And the stake was placed right here, about 12 inches maybe. So we kind of want to know, what is that setback? How much of that yard, like, will we lose for like our grandkids and stuff, since we can't play on Grant Street? Like that's where we play cornhole.
Well-
So like the setback going south.
The setback isn't your issue, it's the property line.
Okay, so if the property
So
line.
the setback doesn't mean you can use your neighbor's yard, the setback means that's how far their building has to be from the property line.
Okay, so if the stake is like right here,
That's,
I heard about this issue.
Okay.
And, you know, the GIS suggests that your fire pit may be on somebody else's property,
okay,
is your problem.
it is based on the picture.
Right.
That I'm looking at.
So, well, it always says you're not supposed to rely on these lines, but generally they are accurate.
okay,
And so you can move your fire pit closer to your home onto your property, but that doesn't really have anything to do with this subdivision issue.
so would a house be built up to the fire pit? Is that what you're saying?
No, it'd be 10 feet from the line.
No, but
There's
the
a
fact that,
setback for
there's not gonna be a house
Setback.
built over your fire pit isn't the problem. Your problem is the fire pit is on someone else, appears to be on someone else's property.
Okay,
Yep.
all right, but, so a setback, there's still gonna be so many feet, is that what you're saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the setback would be 10 feet from the property line is the closest that they could build. Okay?
Okay,
Because
so it'd be
that's-
like, it would be
but-
like 10 south of us, like heading back to the Whitlock
Right,
Yeah.
from the property line,
from the property line.
right.
Have you seen the picture on the GIS online? You have seen it? Have you seen that? We can pull it up, or you can see the fire pits
Yes,
inside. that.
yes.
I mean,
And, I mean,
basically.
we didn't put the fire pit there,
Sure.
it's
Oh, I
been
understand.
there
I understand,
since we
right.
bought it from Sodders.
I mean, basically what it looks like is if you would take the property line runs parallel to or at the edge of the parking lot for the old hospital, that's basically the property line. If you drew a straight line over to Marshall Street, and that's then 10 feet from that towards the Whitlock is the closest that they could build to it. So,
So that would be kind of, can you tell, like, is that like about where the pine trees are?
So,
yes.
yes.
Roughly.
Roughly is what it
Okay,
appears
because
to
there's like a
be.
hill,
Yep.
a hill there.
Yeah.
Is there a utility easement that runs south of her house then? I know there's power poles that go through there. What,
I think it goes to the edge and then it goes off to Grant Street. Because there is utility that come down
Right.
that line of Cedars.
Right.
And then I think it stops and goes to the north, but not certain.
Yeah, I mean, basically utilities have so many feet off the,
It's not
line,
marked on here, it
but
doesn't
no.
mean they aren't there, it just
Yeah.
means that the easement predates when they entered those. If you look on the other side of Marshall Street, on the west side, well, if you have, I don't know if you guys have the ability to turn on the easements. But it, basically, it picks up pretty close to that spot. If you look at the shed of the property immediately to the west, kind of in its northeast corner, that shed is right on the easement line.
yeah,
So I'm assuming that it runs probably straight across there,
yeah.
so.
I mean, you can kind of see the line where it goes across the road, so,
Yeah.
yep, yep, so. I'm assuming that is the property line, basically.
There it is, if you want to put your eyes on it.
Okay.
There's the back, there's property.
Okay.
There's-
Did that address your question?
No. He's concerned.
I mean, yeah, the property line issue is not what we're here
Yeah.
on today.
It's not really relevant to what we're doing.
Right, it's literally just, should they be able to chop this one larger parcel up into several
Utility
smaller
easement.
parcels?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I just don't want to go out and put the house on the market tomorrow. Like we were just concerned, like.
So,
All right.
I have no questions.
No more questions, no more comments? No more concerns?
No more public comment?
All right. I will entertain a motion to approve the petition.
I'll make a motion to approve the petition that they are able to break that, what do you want to call it, the north west corner of the property up into 5 parcels.
Motion received, Mr. Miller.
I second it.
Second from Mr. Jimenez. All in favor of approving petition 03-2026, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
thank you.
Any further business, Mr. Wagner?
no.
All right, motion to adjourn then.
Second. Correct. Got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.